You don't know how to line your lips, and that's okay. It's just something that you were never taught how to do. It's one of those common sense makeup steps that actually is a little bit more complex to perfect. You were raised just being told, okay, so you should line your lips here in the tutorial, and then they would just do that without explaining how to get it to look crisp and how to get it to look balanced and how to get it to look perfect. And if you have imperfect lips, that complicates it even further. Well, I am here. I'm going to show you how to do it. There is a science that can help you get that perfect lip, and hopefully by the end of this, you'll be educated. First thing I think will really benefit you is knowing what type of lip liner to reach for. And the answer is almost always a wooden liner, a pencil, something sharpenable. Not the crayons, not the ones where you screw them up from the bottom where they're always just a little bit dull. If you want perfectly lined lips, you need a sharp edge. So I'm going to take my burgundy liner from Makeup Forever. I'm going to sharpen it. Fresh for this look. That's pretty good. Let's get into the actual technique. I'm going to be looking into a mirror for all of this so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to remain in camera. Starting at the Cupid's bow, we're going to draw an X from the high point of the Cupid's bow. Draw it across, and then do the same on the other side. This is a great start to a meticulously perfect bold lip. Now, something that people don't teach you unless you're at a makeup school or you have a really, really wise big sister, mother, auntie, big brother who wears makeup, is if you want your lips to be even, you need to line them the same way. Your wrist needs to be making the same movement in either direction. So you pick whether or not to start at the top or the corner, and you stick with that throughout the course of this. So I'm gonna start from the top, I think. I'm gonna start here. And pull it straight down. And I'm going to go around to the other edge, and I'm going to repeat that step. Now, if you want a dramatic Cupid's bow, really, you just soften this a little bit. I like a softer Cupid's bow on myself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in, and I'm just going to trace the shape that joins those two. See? See? For the bottom lip, I'm going to go down. Start with a little line. That's just going to be your baseline from which to draw. And then we're going to use the same process. We're going to pick a point and draw outwards. So I'm going to do from the corner of my bottom lip down, because I think that's a little bit easier. And I'm going to do it the same on the other side. Now this is pretty good, but it can get better. I'm going to go in with my liquid lipstick next. This technique works with bullet lipsticks and with liquids. Do whatever you please. I'm using the Dior Holiday Sequin Lip in 881. I love that these have a glimmer in them. It's very hard to capture on camera, but a glittery liquid lip is just dreamy. And I'm just going to apply this within the borders of my guideline that I place down as precisely as I can. I don't know what my neighbours are doing outside, scraping things away, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. Sorry about the noise. Once that lip is fully dry, you just do a little to bring out the glimmer, and that looks pretty good. but we can still do better. The thing that I see people miss consistently every time they do a bold lip and then are unhappy with how it looks on their face, you go back in with your lip liner and you finesse the edges. And I do this every time I wear a bold lip, every single time. So it is the tiniest little bit of difference. It's one of those little polish things that just wraps up a look perfectly for me and tells me that someone knows what they're doing to wear a red lip. It's very similar to the eyeliner trick. I said this in a different video. The eyeliner trick where you like use the edge of your fingernail to perfect the shape of a wing. This is my version of that for the lips. This is beautiful. And listen, you can do all of these steps and your lips may still not look perfect at the end of it, but the more important thing is that you now know that you can do all of these steps and get your lip as close to perfect as possible. Lip liner is such an underrated tool that we kind of just slap on and forget about, but used with a little bit of precision, she's really pretty. And hopefully, you know, you find something useful in here. I mean, you've clicked onto this video evidently because I've said you don't know how to line your lips. Hopefully something in here has enlightened you as to lining them. I know I got this angle slightly incorrect, but as I said, as close to perfect as we can is what we're aiming for. Anyway, I love you all so much. Hope you feel beautiful today, and I'll see you another time. Bye. Also, doesn't this whole look just rock with my glasses?